everyone, Stephanie here with Pure Canine Training. This is Roxy Talks, round 3, with the Rox, who just up and left. Rox, come here. Here. Come say hi. Come say hi. Come here. Up top. Alright. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up. We probably won't have a ton of time to chat today, but I do have some questions, so let's jump in. Question. My 3-year-old dog hates the new puppy. How does one deal with that? Well, first of all, you have to make it very clear who's in charge. There's no hierarchy between the dogs. So a lot of the time when somebody brings in a new dog, they'll do that based on whether or not the other dog likes that dog. However, it doesn't matter. You're bringing in whoever you want, and they don't have to be best friends, but they do have to respect your decision, and they have to get along. They can choose to be in different corners of the house. They can choose to do their own thing. They don't have to cuddle, but they do have to respect that you're the leader. They're both part of the same pack, and they have to respect each other even if they don't really care for each other. I hope that makes sense. So it has to be very clear who's in charge. You need to advocate for both of them equally. So you have a puppy. Puppies are very playful, they're nippy, they require a lot of attention. But if that puppy tries to go up to your older dog, it can be very annoying. So you can already tell that your older dog doesn't like the puppy. So advocate by showing the puppy that the older dog needs space, and you will show the older dog likewise that he has to give the puppy space. So by doing that, you're teaching them 2 things. 1, each dog knows that you are going to protect that dog. They also know that they're not allowed to mess with the other dog. So you're showing them both that you can protect them, and they're not going to get away with messing with the other one. So they're only going to get away with as much as you allow them to. So like I said, there's no hierarchy between those 2 dogs. So it's you are number 1, and they are both number 2. So it's just 1 and 2. They are equal. No matter how long the older dog has been there, that dog is not up here and the puppy's down here. They're on the same level. They're on equal footing. So they have to be treated the same in respect of their level of standing in the pack. So there's a leader, that's you, and there's followers, and that's it. There isn't 1, 2, 3, and the older dog's in the middle. There's just 1 and 2. They're both 2, and that has to be very clear. You're the leader, they're the followers, period. Question. My 2-year-old dog has been marking the house, and no matter what I try, he continues. He knows it's wrong because he runs and hides. The vet told me to get him fixed, and it will solve the issue. Is that true? Answer. Alright, so fixing him might bring down his intensity a little bit, but it's not going to solve your problem. This is a behavioral issue. He's basically marking his territory in your house, which tells you what he thinks. So I would take him on a leash, walk him around, give him a tour of your house, take him in all the rooms, and show him on a leash where his boundaries are. He said he has too much unearned freedom. He needs to earn it. Limit his freedom, because if he's walking around and he's marking and then he has time to run when you try to correct him, it's a game. He's like, I'm going to do what I want and I'm going to get away with it. So things need to change. So for the time being, you need to limit his freedom until he's more reliable. So if he's not crated, if he's not tethered to you, he needs to be dragging a leash so that there's a way for you to correct him when it happens. He needs leadership, he needs guidance, and he needs a lot of boundaries. A lot of boundaries, and like I said, make sure he's dragging a leash so that you have leverage, so you can correct him if there's even a slightest hint that he's going to lift his leg. You can correct that behavior, because it's a correctable behavior. It's not a medical issue, especially since you already talked to your vet. It isn't like he has a problem. It's a behavioral issue. He's marking his territory. Question: how do you stop a dog from digging? I have a rescue dog and she's very jittery. Okay, so normally you'd ask, why are they digging? Are they hot? Are they nervous? Which, if she's jittery, I would assume she's nervous. Dogs dig for different reasons. If it's a specific spot that you just can't get them to get away from, you can pour some cayenne pepper in that area, and when they go to sniff, they'll get a whiff of the cayenne pepper, and that'll deter them from going back there and digging up. But if it's an issue like a nervous dog, I would give them like a place command and something to calm them down. Because if it's just a nervous habit, she's just trying to get she's just trying to use digging as an outlet. She's nervous and she needs something to calm her nerves. Then give her a place command. Work her through obedience. Do some confidence building with her. Because if it's a nervy thing, then that will go away with her gaining some confidence and her becoming a calm and relaxed dog. If it's, obviously if it's because she's hot, or if it's hot, you can cool down a dog. But if it's a nervous thing, which I'm assuming, based on her being a jittery dog, that she's nervous, give her a place command, which I have a video on that on my YouTube channel. Just search Pure Canine Training, and it's how to teach the place command. And when you teach place, then you have duration. So once they understand what place is and they know to go on to place is basically a boundary. And it could be like a pet cot, it could be a dog bed, which would be most common. It could be a placemat. You could fold up a blanket, and you just want it to be about the size of the dog, a little bit bigger. And it's basically boundary training. But the mental process there is really difficult for a dog, because they've got to think about staying inside that boundary, and it's challenging because as much as they want to think about everything else, they have to take into consideration what you're telling them. Stay in this boundary. So the mental process is really difficult for a dog, and that really brings down their nerves. So a dog that's really hyper, crazy, stimulated, a dog that's nervous, it helps dogs with all kinds of behavior issues because they really have to think about that. And what ends up happening is they end up coming down from that, and they end up calming down. It's a process, but once you start doing duration, so you'll work them up and have them do place, maybe start out 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour. And when you do that consistently, you really see dogs calm down, and you'll tell them to go to place and they'll go there. And it's called, a lot of times you can call it calm on command. You teach your dog to be calm on command. Tell them to go to place, they'll go lay down, and it's automatically they're associating that with being calm. It's not something, you're basically telling them they cannot worry about anything outside. So teach her a place command. That would be really good for her. And also do some confidence building with her. You can do confidence building anywhere. Take her to a playground. If there's no kids on a jungle gym, have her go up the little stairs, and if there's like little tunnels she can go under, have her jump up on walls, have her go under benches, under signs, anything. There's so much you can do, even just walking downtown. You can have her weave in and out of bike racks, you can have her jump up on benches, have her go up on bleachers, just things that are everyday things to us. Seems like no big deal, but the textures, the sounds, the elevation, going in and out, going under, going through, that's all something that's foreign to a dog. It's different. So having them go on top of bleachers, that's a big one for dogs because they're loud and the texture is funny. So it's like the metal, that's a little weird for dogs. So if you can get a dog to go on bleachers, that's a big confidence builder. If you have dogs crawl under something, like have them crawl under a bench. So just little things like that. You can use treats or food because that's fun. That's a good motivation. So yeah, I would work actually more on confidence and place with her. And that those behavior problems that are nervous behavior problems, those should actually just fade away because she'll become more calm and confident.